The majority of the features and the software that I have described to you have been already developed. Working Memory Analyzer is an open-source experiment generator software programmed in Lazarus FreePascal using OpenGL and simple direct media layer libraries to run a variety of visual paradigms. It can be downloaded for free from GitHub repository, as you can see on screen. My contribution in developing the software was to design it, but I did not write one single line of code on this software. Instead, it has been developed by another academic and partially from a professional software engineer. You can see all the details of the authors of this software in the installer and indeed in the repository. Now, my specific motivation here is to try to replicate the design, the structure, the functionality of the software in C# programming language. By doing that, I will promote my programming skills, having a concrete project that I want to realize. Now I would like to give you a clear example of a visual paradigm that can be run currently on this software. This is a working memory experiment, and now, without going into the technicalities of what are the cognitive processes that are indeed tapped by this paradigm, I just want to tell you the basics that is required. That it requires a participant to encode a series of stimuli on screen, presented on screen. Then participant needed to ignore a distractor and then respond to a target and say if the target stimulus is the same or different as compared to the stimulus or stimuli presented before. Indeed, at target onset on screen, the software is recording the response times, the times that takes from the target onset to the key press event, and accuracy in performing this match to sample task. I would like to offer you better instructions than what I just briefly said to you from an artificial intelligence voice. Here we go.
Instructions of modified delayed match to sample task. On each trial, you will see a sample array of 1 to 4 objects that you would have to memorize. After that, a task-irrelevant distractor array will appear on screen, which you have to ignore by fixating the screen center and without moving your eyes. At last, a target object will be shown. Your task is to decide if the target object is same or different as compared to the object, or objects, you have seen at the beginning of the trial. Please press the left or right button of the response box as quickly and as accurate as possible to make your response. Please note, it is very important that you always fixate the dot on the screen center throughout the experiment without moving your eyes. Unfortunately, if you move your eyes, your brain recording will be compromised. You should also avoid blinking. If you need to blink, then please make it after the response. Now, please check which button, left or right, you have to press for same and different target as compared to initial sample object. Remember to always fixate the dot on the center of the screen without moving your eyes. Now, if it is clear to you which buttons to press if the target is same or different to the initial sample, you may start. Thank you.
So, as you have heard, at the beginning you have a fixation screen, then a sample array that is necessary to memorize. After that, a distractor array appears. Participant needs to fixate the central dot without moving their eyes. And can get distracted. After that, a target will appear on screen, and the task is to say if the target object that can be presented anywhere on the screen in these 4 locations, if the shape was same or different as one of the shape presented at the beginning of the trial. In this example, the target shape is indeed same as one of the objects presented at the beginning of the trial, which have been memorized. And that makes a match to sample task. Now I want to show you a concrete example of stimuli presented by the software. I think you got a good idea. Let's start.